74, 74.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
All day, baby, all day.
On first down, Wentz. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. O'Shane Ximines able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Gurley. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Monday. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. It's a party now. Move. Mike check 33. 33. Here we go.
Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Pac-Man. 180. Check tight. Check tight. Mike 50.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finds his tight end Ingram. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4 Tokyo.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
To throw, it's Wentz. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He's got a man, it's Williams. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Flushed out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, other side, solid.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Check 13.
Now Wentz on third down. This will be caught at about the 6. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Great. There you go.
Now Wentz. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Denzel Mims. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
You. It comes to me, it's me. 58.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
First down, Jaguar. Yo. Mike, check 33.
Easy. Mike 33, check. Come on. You better bring it.
On first down, Kaepernick. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by the rookie Michael O.J. Mudia.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Let's see what you got.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Wentz to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Here we go. Blue 80!
58's the mic. Yeah, that's what I do.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Flush to his right. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And Wentz not going to take the snap here. Instead, he turns and calls a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. 180!
58 right there. Go. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
On play action, Wentz. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Check 50.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tony Pollard with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
33.
It's a party now.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack.
91.
Mike check 33. 33. Here we go, D.
Hey, check Mike 33.
Move. I got you. Mike check 33.
One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by the rookie Michael O.J. Mudia. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practice.